Friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace. Rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's start on our backs. We can come into a savasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Letting the back side of your body release into the support underneath you. Feel the movement created by your breathing. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out long through your arms and legs. Big full body reach. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms and flex your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten this leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way. A couple times the other way. Bend your knee in. Open it out to the right and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And then release, bend your knee and bring it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder release away from one another. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close, maybe give it a little jiggle. And then straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times, both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. And then we'll get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing your belly in, pressing the lower back down strongly. Then we're going to cross the right leg on top of the left, bringing shins parallel to the floor and ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind your head and lift your head and chest up. So we'll just take a very small movement. Each time you exhale, squeeze the legs together and up. As you inhale, release that down. So keep going on your time. The whole time, head and shoulders off the floor. Whole time, belly drawing in strongly. And seeing if you can keep your face relaxed and your breath steady. Exhale, knees squeeze together and up. Inhale, release that. Very small, subtle movement, but pretty intense. Let's take one more like this. And then release your head down. Place your hands at the front of the right thigh. Push your hands into your legs and push your legs into your hands. So matching your own resistance. Last breath here. Release, unwind and switch. Left leg on top, shins parallel to the floor and ceiling. Interlace fingers behind your head, lift the head and chest up. Little movement, legs squeeze together and up, each exhale. Keep the belly drawing in strongly. Keep relaxing what's not needed, eyes, jaw, shoulders. Take two more. Last one. Release your head down. Place your hands at the front of the left thigh. Pushing hands into legs, legs into hands, lower back down. Last breath. Release, unwind. Drop your feet to the floor. And then we'll just take simple lift and lowers of the head. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Two more. Last one. Release down, stretch long. Bring your knees back in, little circle. And then roll your way up to sitting. Let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees and you have something, you can use a blanket or cushion. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now inhale, arch, and send your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. From here, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Knee in. Extend. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way down is too much, just go a couple of inches and then press up from there. Knee in. Extend. One more time. Dip down. Press up. Knee in. Extend. And then roll your hip open. Reaching toes to the side wall. You can stay on two hands or take left hand back so opposite hand catches your foot. Kick your foot into your hand. Pull up away from the supporting hand so you're not collapsing in your joints. And then gently release. Arm forward, leg back. Square off the shoulders and hips. Draw the belly in, protecting the lower back. And then release hands and knees. Sink back to child's pose. Maybe give that right wrist a little rub or circle. Let's come back up to table. Set your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips again. Inhale, lift the head and tail. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now inhale, arch and send the left leg back. Exhale, go forward to dip down. Press up. Knee in. Extend. Dip down. Just going to the level that feels right for you. Up. Knee in. Extend. One more time. Dip down. Press up. Knee in. Extend and then roll your hip open. Reaching toes to the sidewall. Stay here, or opposite hand comes back, catching your foot. Kick your foot into your hand, lifting up away from the hand that's on the floor. Gently release, arm forward, leg back, square off shoulders and hips, draw the belly in, lift the whole spine away from the floor. Release hands and knees, sink back to child's pose. Maybe give that left wrist a little rub or circle. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back to downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. You might want to pedal out your feet here. Bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. And then as you settle onto 2 feet evenly, you might have the heels up or down, knees bent or straight. Pulling the hips up and away from the hands. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another and let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You might take a sway or shake out. And then bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Let's step up to the front of the mat. Come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Hands together at the heart, standing tall. Take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. And then each time you come to a rest, choose a shape that feels like a rest. So down dog is one option. You could also rest in child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees. One more deep breath here. Coming back through down dog, step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Shift your weight forward. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Grab the left wrist, take it over. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back, lift the chest. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one, inhale, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg, straight back leg. One more breath here. Release hands to the floor or blocks if you have them. Pyramid pose. We're going to straighten the front leg part way or all the way. Feel free to adjust the distance between your feet. If it's difficult to reach the floor, come up as high as you need to on blocks or water bottles, soup cans. If you don't have anything, you can use your hands on your shin. We're going in the direction of hip square, in the direction of a flat back, in the direction of folding, meeting your edge wherever that is for you. Last breath here. Let's make our way back to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog, but you're welcome to skip any part of that transition or add your own movement. Pause anywhere. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bend to left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. And then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. Right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Sink low. Grab the right wrist, take it over. Over to the other side, grab your left wrist. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top this time. Open up the chest, sink the hips. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Let your head hang. Feel the heaviness dropping. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, inhale, arms up. Settle in. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor or blocks, pyramid pose. Going in the directions you know to go in. Meeting your edge. And seeing if there can be a sense of ease while you're feeling this, while you're doing this. Last breath here. And let's release. Make your way back to down dog, feeling what you're doing. And then settle into a good rest, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, or something else. Letting go. Last breath here. Just come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair. Utkatasana. Nice deep bend. Lifting high through the head, the fingers, but dropping low through the shoulders, the hips. One more breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. Squaring off the hips. Connecting the end points. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Let's take eagle arms. Right elbow on top. Lift the chest, but sink the hips low. Little upper back arch. You can put some pressure between the elbows to spread the upper back. And then shift your weight forward. Come onto the toes, that back foot. Step into eagle, Garudasana. Knee on top of knee. Hips low, head high. Last breath here. Unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Roll open through the top hip. Extending high through the top hand. Nice long line from the top of your head to your left foot. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. There might be some other movement. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Feeling where you are. Making little adjustments based on what you're feeling. Last breath. Step back. Warrior 1. Let's take eagle arms. Left elbow on top. Hips low, heart high. Shift your weight forward. Come onto the toes, that back foot. Step into eagle. Last breath here. Unwind. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. So just doing what you know to do. Going in those directions. Meeting your edge. And see if you can allow what's here to be here, moment by moment, even if it includes falling or wobbling or noticing tightness or weakness. Last breath. Release. Make your way to a good rest. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Feeling what's right here, right now. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into a twist here. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. You can also extend your arms. You could also take this as a low lunge if you prefer, finding how this works for you right now. One more breath here. Release, hands to the floor or blocks. Drop the back knee. And let's come back for a hamstring stretch with a top of the ankle stretch. If it's difficult to reach the floor, use blocks. We're going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding, and towards that right foot flat. It may not be flat, just go in those directions, meeting each of your edges and feeling what it's like to be here. To release, bring both hands to the inside. We're going to turn out through the right foot and then lower into lizard pose. You might come down to your elbows, maybe on blocks or the floor, and you could shift your weight a little one way or another. If you want to try adding a quad stretch to this, you could bend the back leg, reach for it, and draw it in. And find your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, might just step back. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Take a twist here. Maybe right elbow across. Maybe you took a different arm position on the other side. You can always customize, find how this works for you. And then release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee. Come back for a hamstring stretch with a top of the ankle stretch. So you might adjust the distance between your legs. You might use props under your hands. And then we're going in a series of directions. It's not meant to get you anywhere except where it gets you. So taking off any idea about how it should look or should feel so that you can really be with how it is. To release, bring both hands to the inside, getting set up for lizard pose. Turn out through the left foot, shift your weight forward. You can explore any adjustment. Anything you do is going to have an effect, so feel free to find how this works best for you, including maybe adding a quad stretch. If you did that on the other side, do it again. Last breath here. Release and make your way to down dog. And let's come all the way onto our backs. You can come through sitting, roll on back, bring your knees to your chest. Take a little circle or rock. And we'll get set up for a couple back bends. Drop your feet to the floor, hip width apart, parallel. Make sure your feet are right under your knees. I'm going to press the feet down to lift the hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. Coming into your full expression. When the pose feels complete, take your arms out of your way, roll down and rest, and really rest. We'll take a couple more back bends. You can rest here until you feel like coming up. If you feel like coming up, take same thing we just did or any other back bend. Could be half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, something else. And stay as long or short as you like. Could be just a couple breaths, could be a long hold. Each time the pose is complete, come down and rest and just repeat that until you don't feel like coming up again. If you have more back bends in you, keep going, there's no rush. And if you're done, you can move on to a counter stretch. So that could be happy baby, knees to chest, a forward fold, something else. We are moving towards the end of class, so this is a good time to really take care of yourself in whatever way you need to do that. If you're enjoying what you're doing, stick with it. When what you're doing is done, check in. What's needed now? What would be a good last pose or last couple poses? Could be an inversion, could be a restorative pose, could be a part of your body that could use some attention. Maybe a little self-massage. Take the time you need. Whenever your active practice feels complete, you can start getting as comfortable as you can for your final resting pose, savasana. Letting go of the control of your breath. Letting the weight of your body release. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.